Meanwhile, a file detailing how 2.7 billion Kenya shillings of taxpayers' money was squandered at the Kenya Ports Authority has been handed over to the Director of Public Prosecution for action. Now, KPA Managing Director Daniel Manduku is likely to face 30 counts of corruption and abuse of office in a charge sheet that was seen by Citizen TV. This, even as details emerge of how the KPA MD allegedly threatened employees from implicating him to detectives that are investigating the plunder. Manduku has maintained the probe is a product of a tender war fallout.
The fate of KPA top directors now rests fully with the Director of Public Prosecutions. DCI George Kinoti handed over the file exposing the alleged looting at KPA to the DPP Tuesday morning for his perusal and action. With the DCI opening investigations into questionable contracts and transactions into the Makongeni goods shed yard, manufacture of concrete barriers and Kisumu port privatization works, where millions of shillings were allegedly siphoned through inflated project prices running into billions of shillings, the KPA MD faces a total of 30 counts of corruption and abuse of office charges in all the three projects. Manduku accused alongside General Manager in charge of operations William Ruto, Senior Works Officer Anthony Mohanji, Works Officer Juma Chigulu and Principal Works Officer Bernard Nyobange are said to have colluded in the plunder of 2.7 billion shillings at KPA. The senior managers facing charges of conspiracy to defraud, abuse of office, neglect of official duty, engaging in procurement without an approved budget, engaging in a project without prior planning, splitting of tenders to bypass procurement procedures, and financial misconduct. Meanwhile, it has emerged that in trying to shield himself from investigations, the KPA MD deployed underhand tactics of threats and intimidation to his juniors to stop them from exposing him to the DCI investigators. The former head of ethics and integrity at KPA, Joseph Ohako, claims in a letter to the DCI that Manduku, in fact, allegedly threatened him with a sack upon learning that he had submitted damning documents to investigating officers. Focus now shifts to the DPP's office and his next course of action in a graft purge that had the president fire a warning shot way before the probe crystallized.
Hata nyinyi here in the port, my friends, we are monitoring and we are watching. Tunajua ile pesa mlikuwa mnataka kutumia kule na ile tumetumia. Na ile mlikuwa mna intend kutumia. Hakuna pahali ile mtu alikuwa anapiga simu, mambo yamekwenda, ni noma, nisaidie. Hizo simu zilizimwa. Sasa ni wewe ujitetee.
But in a rebuttal, KPA claims that procurement for all the three projects were above board. That in fact, for the Makongeni yard, KPA legally acquired the land from the Kenya Railways Corporation and the facility gazetted as a port. And on the procurement of the concrete barriers, KPA Corporate Affairs claims all procurement procedures were adhered to. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.